Entities are the main backbone for Roblox doors. There has been many monsters and entities throughout the game's history, but with the new Floor 2 update, we have many new more to uncover. These are the new monsters in Doors Floor 2 Explained. Share with a friend so they know what to do, and it's time to go to monster school. Number 1, Giggle. Hey, what's that laughing in the distance? Oh, you've probably just heard a giggle. They appear to be as an oddly shaped octopus-like gray creature that has 4 stubby legs with 2 joints on each side that is used to grab the player's face. Giggles like to hide within the darkness of the ceilings as they wait for anything that comes from under them. Once they detect any type of movement below, they will immediately jump down and land on a player's face, where they will damage the player while also blinding them for a total of 40 hit points at 10 damage per tick. A couple things to note. Giggles will still attack players even if you don't look in their direction, though they will attack you farther away if you don't maintain eye contact with them. If playing in a multiplayer game, other players can help remove Giggles by repeatedly pressing E in order to help remove them. So how do you get past Giggles and their annoying antics? If you don't have anything, maintain healthy eye contact at the entity, but keep your distance and try to find a way around them. If you have a glow stick, you can throw one directly at a Giggle in order to temporarily stun them. You can also use any type of flashlight in order to blind them temporarily, or even the laser pointer, which seems to be a specific item dedicated for Giggle use. Crucifixes can also be used on Giggle as a last resort, though you shouldn't really have to waste one on them if you can help it. Number 2, Gloom Bats. Gloom Bats are moth-like entities that regularly appear within the mines of Floor 2. They appear in swarms of groups of 5 or more and are attracted to any type of light source while breaking all lights within the room. They're actually a mix between a bat and a moth and have yellow glowing eyes with sharp teeth. Any players that are using a type of light source other than glow sticks and lasers will be attacked by Gloom Bats, and it would also occur 10 damage per tick. Gloom Bats don't really care about players that have no light sources equipped, so they generally ignore them and do not attack them. Some swarms can last for 2+ rooms, especially if you can still hear them roaring in the distance. If you do turn on your light at this point, one of the bugs will fly their way over to you and attack you, so you must use your light source when you don't hear any of them. Gloom Bats can attack in combination with other entities such as Eyes, Screech, and Rush, so you must act accordingly without the use of light sources. In order to change their path, you can use a glow stick and throw it into an area as a temporary light source, and you won't risk taking any damage, but they will break the glow stick within a couple of seconds. A laser pointer can also be used to move Gloom Bats to wherever the player is pointing, and this can be a good way to distract them in case one wanted to place a glow stick in a specific area for a longer period of time. Also, if you really wanted to, you could crucify Gloom Bats, but again, there's not really a big need to do so. Number 3, Moth Eggs. Moth eggs are associated with Gloom Bats and could be counted together as one entity. These eggs have a slimy appearance as they usually contain one big egg at the center of a cluster and 4 smaller ones around in the corners. These eggs have 2 versions. They have a gray version, which are previously hatched eggs, which caused the swarm to attack the room in the first place, and a second version where they haven't been hatched yet and they still glow in the dark. Once these eggs are stepped on, a single Gloom Bat will hatch from the largest egg and bite the player, causing them to lose 10 health, regardless of them equipping a light source or not. Sometimes these eggs may be hiding at inconvenient locations in front of staircases and whatnot, but you must strictly avoid trampling over these eggs in order to not hatch them. Number 4, Grumble. Once you reach door 150, you will be greeted with a big, gray-looking monster that resembles that of Screech. These are known as Grumbles, and they are a giant octopus-like gray creature that are actually more matured versions of Giggles. These entities show up at door 150 when players are searching within their nesting grounds for code inputs in order to lower down the powered bridge. According to the guiding light, In order to protect their queen, Grumbles patrol the area and use their tentacles to damage the player if they are very close to it. They seem to do around 40 to 50 damage per tick, as they can nearly instantly kill a player. As players are progressing through door 150, more Grumbles do come out from the nest and patrol around. Up to 30 Grumbles, in fact, towards the later stages of the room. They will emit a large laughter if they do detect a player and will actively try to chase them, but they cannot fit through small doors and gaps as they are only limited to their nesting area route, which are the high ceiling areas in door 150. There are a couple ways in order to combat Grumbles if you're having some trouble. One way is that players can use glow sticks in order to temporarily distract a Grumble if they are not actively chasing down a player. Another way is that players can also use the bulk light in order to direct and mislead Grumbles on another route. These tactics can be very useful, especially when trying to change their direction or when trying to input a code quickly. Grumble also appears at the very end of the game, where it can be found attempting to attack the player before it gets consumed by Seek. You can also use the crucifix on Grumble, but it would only temporarily hold them off. Maybe a good scenario for whenever you get cornered by 2 or more. Number 5, Altered Seek. Though while Seek hasn't been changed much during their chase sequences, Seek does change dramatically, especially at door 200, where they act as a final boss for floor 2. Instead of his usual human-like figure, he resembles that of a big, large mound of black slime, containing one large eye and many smaller ones from the body. There are multiple phases to the door 200 Seek. The first phase requires 2 valves to be turned with the help from the guiding light. The second phase will require 4 valves to be turned on, where Seek will then spawn smaller blob hands that will slowly follow the player through the pool of goo, forcing them to be a little more quicker. The third and final phase requires 5 valves to be turned, and along with the previous attacks, a Seek worm will then jump towards a spot closest to the player, which is also telegraphed by a red light slightly before the attack. Once all the phases are completed, the Seek blob will be completely drained, allowing the player to find the generator to escape the mines. All other entities come back as the same, though with some minor changes. Halt comes back with his own specifically designed mineshaft room. Hyde reappears with a new mechanic using his physical form to prevent hiding in the same locker. Rush is now able to attack from behind and ahead of players. Screech is also able to attack in every room. Eyes is able to teleport around the rooms. Figure, as you can see between doors 110 to 140, is pretty much the same. Curious Light does appear as a yellow rift if you have used the bottle of Starlight. Dread also reappears with floor 2, but at this time you'll have to wait around 10 minutes outside of room 1. You'll notice the lights break and then you'll find them soon after that. Our entity buddies from the mid-run shop do show up again with normal properties as floor 1 as well. As for everyone else, they all reappear as normal from floor 1. Which entity do you like the most? Like and subscribe for more Doors videos. It's finally here! Roblox Doors Floor 2 just dropped on August 30th, and of course, we're going to be diving into this update and try to uncover everything as a part of an ultimate guide. So make sure you smack that like and subscribe, and let's get going. But in order to play Doors Floor 2, we do have to get access to this little button on the bottom right corner. And you're going to have to create a new elevator called the Mines in order to get in. Please do note you do have to have the rock bottom achievement in order to spawn in this Doors Floor 2 elevator. So right within the menu, we do have a couple new items to showcase. For 250 knobs, you can get the bulk light, the strap light for 100 knobs, and also a bandage pack, health on the go, for 100 knobs. The shoulder flashlight is great because you can use other items while having it equipped, and as for the big flashlight, it's more powerful than the regular one and has a beefier battery too. So once you get out of the elevator, you will notice this generator sparkling in a blue hue, which is the guiding light telling you that you have to find a couple of missing nodes. The missing node is right over here on the table, and you can just bring it right over to the generator. And with 3 missing nodes filled up to the generator, you'll be able to power up the generator as well. Over here you can also find the rift, so if you do need to cop an item, you can do so. Over here you can also find the glow stick item. The glow stick item is really useful, especially for lighting up rooms when you don't have any more lighters or flashlights. More on that item later. And once you have the generator running, you can press E here in order to open up the gate. This is going to be the room that we found during one